MotorWeek is made possible by Rock Auto, Tire Rack, and Die Hard.
Meanwhile, let's see yet another European car up close. And this one, it seems, has caught the old convertible fever, which seems to be spreading through the auto world like chickenpox at a daycare center. More and more automakers are slicing up sheet metal, trying to spice up their showroom traffic. Well, this thing is so catching that soft tops are popping up from the most unlikely places, including West Germany's Kaiser of performance, Porsche. No, this is not a ragtop 944 or even a 928. The patient here is Porsche's oldest model, a car that traces its heritage back almost 20 years to the Type 356, only the second Porsche ever made. This time it's a Sunlight version of that venerable rear-engine car. This is the 911 SC Cabriolet. Originally, a Cabriolet was a light two-wheeled, one-horse carriage with a folding top. Our current namesake still has a folding top, but now it's a four-wheeled, 2,770-pound, high-horsepower screamer from Porsche. Cabriolets were usually meant for the aristocracy, and this Porsche is no exception. This 911's base price is $34,450, some $4,500 more than the 911 Coupe and $3,000 more than the Targa Top model. Actually, the old bathtub style of the 911 body is perfect for a topless debut. The car is actually based on the rigid construction of the Targa rather than the Coupe, so it's solid and rattle-free. That top, a three-bow system, actually contains a large piece of covered sheet metal towards the front. That's to keep it taut at the 911's top speed of over 135 miles per hour. It's also so simple to operate that it takes about 20 seconds tops to put it up or down, and that includes zipping in the plastic backlight. All that speed emits from the rear, naturally, from a traditionally Porsche pancake power plant. The 3-liter multi-port injected 6-cylinder is all aluminum. Ratings are pegged at 172 horsepower at 5,500 RPM and 189 pounds of torque at 4,200 RPM. Servicing that monster is a challenge, particularly with the U.S.-demanded air conditioning system in place. But then, most Porsches require mechanics as fanatic as their owners. The interior has been upgraded to include most modern conveniences, but everything still looks like it was added on. At least the widely spread gauges are clearly legible. They suit the car with their typical German precision. You'll have to be fairly precise yourself if you want to pack a lot of belongings in the front bonnet. Overnight bags will fit, but we suggest prospective owners also invest in a couple of designer soft bags. Additional luggage can be carried behind the front seats on a shelf formed by folding down the otherwise useless rear cushions. There's one other small but neat feature of the 911, headlight washers. A small warning here, though, if you use them with the top down, you'll get wet too. Performance of the 911 Cabriolet, while also a bit archaic, is nothing short of remarkable. With power on, the lightly loaded front tires slip around with just a whisper of understeer and plow. Lift your foot and momentum jumps rearward as the engine-heavy tail kicks out around the turn. Mastering such throttle-induced oversteer with so much weight behind the back axle is no easy feat. Trying to go too fast, too quickly, usually results in something like this. But like riding a spirited horse, you have to stick with it. And in time, you'll learn just where the ragged edge lies. Then you'll understand why Porsche purists consider any front-engine car from Zuffenhausen as a less than genuine Porsche. Acceleration is akin to getting a swift kick in the backside from a foot encased in several pairs of heavy socks. You've never gone so fast, so quickly, so unexpectedly, and yet felt so comfortable doing it. A quarter-mile time of 14.5 seconds at 92 miles per hour is really moving. Yet if the rubbery 5-speed shifter were up to Germany's best, who knows how much faster it could be. Needless to say, the full-range power plant made all the lesser tests just as phenomenal. A 0 to 60 time of 7 seconds qualifies for rocket ship status. Owners are almost guaranteed to win any stoplight-to-stoplight championships with a smoky, squealy, 500-foot dash of only 7.7 seconds at 64. We actually tried and failed to feather the almost instant engaging clutch. Plus, I fear that the temptation to pass slow traffic when prudence says no will be hard to resist. Our passing test of 40 to 55 miles per hour took only 4 seconds in third gear. Just remember, your insurance rates can go nowhere but up. By this time, cynics out there are probably asking about brakes. What happens when you slam to a stop with all that rear engine just waiting to cause a quick reversal? Well, remember the old saying about stopping on a dime and giving 9 Deutschmarks change? Well, that's about the story with the 911 Cabriolet. Halts from 55 miles per hour were a good 133 feet on average and as straight as an arrow. The 4-wheel ventilated disc brakes were a bit grabby when cold, but were fade and pull free. Since they do lock up easily, care must be taken not to damage the Megabuck Goodyear NCT tires. They flat spot very easily. Another pleasant surprise, at least to non-Cabriolet owners, is how quiet this convertible is with the top up. A sound level reading of 72 decibels at 55 is normal for any hardtop. Wind noise was minimal, a remarkably well-fitting piece of headgear. Porsche is even doing its bit for the economy, fuel economy that is. With an Environmental Protection Agency rating of 16 city, 26 highway, we found the 911 SC quite socially acceptable at 25 miles per gallon over the MotorWeek 100-mile test loop. Is the 911 SC Cabriolet a throwback? Well, yes. But Porsche has succeeded in keeping this soft top reasonably up to date. And its fast, solid performance, high price, and serious driver requirements make it a sophisticated macho car nearly unmatched in exclusivity, confirming what die-hard owners have been saying for years, that there's no Porsche like an old but new Porsche.